Hello and welcome to the African Diaspora channels in collaboration with Cross River Broadcasting Corporation, CRBC. This is the Destination Cross River Policies and Business Opportunities podcast. My name is Esther Kokobasi. Well, Cross River State is well endowed with a huge amount of mineral resources. And today we are going to take a walk to unearth Cross River's mining sector, unlocking potentials in that sector. To do justice today to that conversation, I have a guest, a very special guest, if you may. He is a professional chartered administrator, an excellent politician with an excellent political record. He is also a man that has served graciously in various capacities, both in the state and the national level. He is currently holding the position and portfolio of the Commissioner, the Honorable Commissioner of Mineral Resources in Cross River State. I give you Ntufam, Effiom-Ekaha Otu. Thank you for joining.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
All right. So there's some names that just, I don't know. Well, let me not go there because when I ask this question, you're going to wonder. But when you talk about mineral, do you know what first comes to mind growing up?
Okay.
What comes to mind when you hear mineral? For me, it's what we drink.
Coke and Fanta.
Exactly. What comes to mind is just, what we get to drink. But away from all of that, today we are going to look at your ministry, the Ministry of Mineral Resources. There's a lot going on in the state, and we are opening up Cross River State to investments opportunities and looking to areas that have been poorly tapped into, which is one of the sectors of a poorly tapped of Cross River State's investments opportunities, which is the mining sector that you're a part of. Well, I'd like you to outline some key objectives and policies of your ministry with regards to business and investments opportunities in Cross River State's mineral and mining sector, which is your area.
Okay, thank you very much. First and foremost, the environment must be very safe for such an operation to take place.
Yeah.
You must make sure that the security architecture of the state is good enough to attract investors.
Yeah.
I don't think any investor will want to invest in a state that is a war-prone state, always having communal issues and all that. And back to the question, when I resumed as commissioner, His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, graciously handed over mandates to us. And one of the cardinal mandates that was there was to develop our mineral sector, carried out some studies to know the availability of what we have at the state, which will help us inform our potential investors of what we have. That we have done, and it's a process, a continuous thing, because as the day goes by, you tend to discover more minerals, more solid minerals, and all that we have done. We've also taken into cognizance some quarries that we have. We've interfaced with some consultants, mining consultants, and all that. One of the reasons why the governor came up with an executive order, since the state don't regulate the sector. So that executive order was to guide us to walk within our lane.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you say the state does not regulate that sector, how do you mean?
Yes, the mining in general is in the exclusive list.
Okay.
We don't regulate it, meaning we can't give you license to mine.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean we can't also perform an oversight functions, bearing in mind that the state owns land, the environment is ours, and we suffer the most damage,
the effect
of mining. Like mining has a negative effect.
Many times, some of the minerals.
Negative effects. It has a negative effect. I've been to sites where you have a pit dug and abandoned.
Yes. So it's left opened.
And most times you hear the federal government say, okay, we have this reclamation plan and all that. But the issue now is most of these miners, they come and they leave unnoticed. So what happens? It is the state that bears the cross. You must make sure you reclaim the land because the land is yours.
Okay.
At the state.
Well, that's a lot of some nitty-gritty aspects that we are going to expand on in the course of our conversation. But let's just go to the fact that we have these minerals. We accept that we do have both metallic and non-metallic minerals in Cross River State. Can you just give us like an overview of, some of the minerals that we have?
Well, Cross River State is blessed.
Indeed.
And I keep asking this question, why are we poor at the states? If we have all these things that are actually discovered when I assumed office. So why are we where we are? And for me, it's about time.
Okay.
It gets to a point where God will have to send a David in the person of His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, and is actually unlocking a lot of our potentials. When I assumed office, I never knew we had lithium ore.
Yeah.
I never knew because I never heard of it. I've been hearing lithium in Nasarawa, hearing lithium in Kaduna, hearing lithium in Niger State. But when I resumed, I did some findings and I discovered that we had lithium in commercial quantity.
Yeah.
We have lithium in Akampa, we have lithium in Biase, we had lithium in Obaliku.
Okay.
There's a company that was actually mining precious stones. And at that time, this lithium was like a waste product, a waste material. At the point when lithium became the mineral of the day, he started exporting the lithium. Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
We have limestone that you know.
Yeah, that one's been
We have iron ore in Akampa. We have pyrite. You know pyrite? Okay. Chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite, we can get copper from it. Pyrite. Okay. In Ikom, Bansara precisely. We have ilmenite.
Wow.
We have rutile in Obudu. We have manganese in Akampa, in Ogoja. We have barite.
Yeah.
There was a time the barite thing wasn't moving, but as I speak with you now, barite is now the mineral of the day in Cross River. You find investors coming to get sites for barite because I think the federal government actually banned the importation of barite. So people are now looking for barite and all that. We have a whole lot. We have a whole lot. We have the iron ore. We have both the magnetite and pegmatite iron ore. And all that. Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's exciting to know. Just like you said, I think it's a question on every lip or heart of Cross Riverians that we are endowed or blessed with some of these wonderful minerals in large quantities in almost the entire stretch of the state, but yet we are still grappling with some economic challenges. But we'll come to that. I'm sure we're pulling through. Anyway, I'd like you to comment on the current state of exploration and exploitation of strategic metals. Like the lithium you mentioned, titanium, and I hear we also have gold in Cross River State. So I'd like you to, what is the current state of exploration and exploitation of these materials?
Well, we've been battling with this word exploitation. Let me give you an instance. Okay. Most of these miners, they come into the community straight. They go to the community, get consent, and go to the cadastral office, get your community covered. Okay. And most of the chiefs that give this consent don't even know
what the person is coming in for.
It's coming in for.
Okay.
They will tell you, okay, we want XYZ. And go to Abuja, cover your land, which you don't know the boundaries. Most times they even cover into other communities. Yeah. You understand me? In the name of exploration, we are looking for these things. We are looking for these things. We are looking for lithium, for example, or we are looking for barite, or we are looking for tourmaline, for example. But most times with that exploration license, what we've discovered recently is that most of them uses this exploration license to mine. which is actually against the federal government regulation.
Okay.
Exploration is termed, okay, we want to see what we have.
Okay.
Then after getting the exploration, after seeing what you want, you now go back to the cadastral office and get a small scale mining lease that will now help you to mine.
Okay.
But what we have discovered now is that someone had an exploration license of about 250 cadastral unit, exploration license, and goes back to the mining cadastral office and get a small scale mining lease of 5.
Okay.
Now for me, you just cut off the 5. Let him mine
work with the 5. Yeah.
Work with the 5. But you find out that that investor will be mining with that exploration license and the small-scale mining lease. So that's some of the challenges we're actually being faced with in the States.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, let's just look at how, what is the process of getting a license to actually mine? Is there a procedure? And how does that go? So that probably somebody will say, okay, I want to do this and I want to do it the right way. What is the procedure?
Okay, as simple as it made look.
Yeah.
You go to the community, you get consent from the community. And this consent is not being signed by just one man.
Okay. At that community level?
No. No one man can sign consent.
Okay.
For me, like I've advised some chiefs who came to visit me, I say, what you do that you call a meeting, a clan meeting or a village meeting where the youth leaders, the women leaders, the secretary, the clan head, and other chiefs will be present and say, oh, this XYZ company is here. He wants consent.
Okay.
That's an opportunity to ask, what do you want? What did you see? How do you know we had this here?
Yeah.
You question that investor, and before issuing consent is that you're telling the person, okay, you can now come in.
Yeah.
Now, once you get that consent, you now go to the cadastral office and file an application for license.
Okay.
Once the license comes out, first thing you will get is the notification of grant. Once your application is approved, the notification of grant will drop.
Does that come from your office?
No.
Where does that
come
from?
Federal government, the cadastral office.
Okay.
That notification of grant is to enable you pay what they call annual service fee, because it will come with a cost. Okay, you want to mine iron ore. A cadastral unit of iron ore is 1 naira. So you are actually applying for 10 cadastral units. So you multiply 1 naira by 10. Once you pay that, your license will now drop.
Okay.
Upon getting the license, it is expected that you come to the Federal Mines Office in the states and say, okay, you have this certificate, this license from the cadastral office. They will inspect the site. You file an application that you want them to inspect it. They will inspect your site and give you what they call authority to commence operation.
Okay.
You understand? We are now saying at the states, once that is done, you bring yourself to the states because we need to know those doing business in our states.
Exactly.
So upon getting that, you now come with those documents to the state, to the ministry, and say, okay, I have a license, I have a consent, I have the notice, the authority to commence operation. Okay, let me also fulfill the obligation of the states by also being profiled, because we need to check, we need to identify those working with you. We need to find out who are your directors. We need to know most of those things because the environment is ours. The land belongs to the states. So we need to do that. Now have a file. So if anything goes wrong there, it is easier for the state to track. This company is in Wanakade. Okay, they are mining barite. Something happened. You can easily track who did this and who did what.
That's interesting. Okay, so let's look at your ministry, how you work in addressing geological or geochemical analysis and characterization of states' mineral resources, determine their quality and their economic viability.
Well, actually, we don't have a lab. So once a miner comes and gets a sample, he or she takes it to either Kanu or Kaduna or Abuja. There's a Chinese lab in Abuja where these minerals can be tested.
Okay.
And that will inform the investor if he or she will invest in it or not invest in it. But we've had some investors who had come in that want to build a mineral lab. And at the state, we were ready to actually partner with them, if not for anything, we give them land, but, it's a process. The investment is not a one-day thing. Most of them will tell you we need to know the quantities of what we have at the state. For example, if they want to build a lab for lithium testing, we need to know the quantity of lithium, if the lithium we have in Cross River State is of commercial quantity or not, before such an investment can be made. But I've interacted with a whole lot of them, spoken with them, encouraged them to come, if not for anything, for the mere fact that the state is very peaceful in terms of doing business. Your business is secured. Your investment is secured. So that is how far we've gone.
So having a lab actually to, test for any of these materials, what does it take? Can't the government of Cross River State develop its own lab?
Well, the problem we have as a country is continuity. You understand?
Yeah.
It takes a man of courage to actually continue what the other person started and all that. Yes, I think it won't be out of place to have a lab.
Of course.
But what will happen after your administration? Will it be continued? Will they continue using that lab? Political instability and all that. There is a processing plant that was built in the north to cushion the COVID-19 effect in Yala. Yes.
Okay.
At least I've been there twice. It was built by the federal government with a standard lab. And it's also a processing plant. It's all encompassing.
Okay.
But as I speak with you, it has been vandalized. Yes, the last time I went there, we couldn't find anything. They are stolen everything and all that. Now, I asked some questions. Why? Because I told the then federal mines, I said, see, the mistake you made as the federal government was that after building this, you should have handed it over to the states.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, for proper, because at that point, the state will now deploy its security apparatus and all that. Yes, one thing is for you to build such labs. Another thing is
to secure it.
Yes, to secure it. Because at a point, I wept. I was like, why this? As a community, this will create jobs for us and all that. So instead of taking samples here to Abuja and other places,
you could have had one place to do that.
You understand? It's quite pathetic, and we're actually at the state. We've written to His Excellency. His Excellency is also in line with us. We are trying to see how we can take it over. But fixing that thing will cost so much. Yes, it will. It will. It has been completely vandalized. Completely. I think the only thing you have left in that place is just the structures, the buildings. Yeah. But all the equipment's gone. The lab destroyed, and all that. They had a standard lab that at least I visited. That was the first site the first place I visited when I resumed office.
That actually means that to put up this one that we're talking about is rehabilitating that vandalized one. It's expensive.
It's quite expensive.
So putting up a brand new lab will be more expensive. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and the state is ready to partner with any investor who wants to put up a lab.
Yeah,
in
for
the state.
Testing.
Yes, it's a business.
Yeah,
and we are open for partnership. The state is actually open for partnership. So any investor who comes and wants to put up a lab, we are ready to partner with such an investor. Yes.
Okay. So what steps are being taken to develop the mineral resources we have in the state, and what are the potential impact on our economy?
Yes, it's a work, like I told you earlier, it's a work in progress.
Okay.
The governor actually is doing a lot in that sector. We have investors coming in every day. But let me tell you what the challenge is.
Okay.
most of the sites that you go to, you take an investor to, you find out that it has been covered. Most of them were covered like 2-3 years ago, and nothing is happening.
Okay, when you say covered, what does that mean?
Covered in the sense that there is a license covering that place.
So no other operations can take place.
Operations can, and the person who have the license is not even working.
Okay.
You understand? So we have decided that we are coming up with a policy, because there is also a policy of federal government that says you use the site or you lose it.
Oh.
It's not our policy.
Okay.
It's the federal government's policy. And there are time frames, you understand, attached to all these licenses.
Okay.
So if you get a license and your license is not in use, yes, within the time frame, it has to be revoked.
Okay.
It has to be revoked.
But it has an expiration date.
No, you don't even go by the expiration date.
Okay.
Most times the expiration dates are 4 years, 5 years, but there is a law from the federal government that says is either you use your site or you lose it. They will give you a time frame for a small scale mining lease.
Okay.
They give you a time frame for exploration license and all that. That will help serious investors. It's been a very serious challenge for us as a state.
Yeah.
I remember an investor came and I called the ministry's consultants and said, this man says he has found this in this location. Please, let's deploy our technical teams to go. When they got there, the entire community was covered without the knowledge of the community.
Wow.
Yes. The entire community was covered without the knowledge of the community, because we hear those chiefs coming to tell us, sir, we did not give them consent. Now, the question you ask is, how did they generate the consent to go file an application? And we are actually addressing that.
Okay.
And like I told you before, we came up with that executive order to address these issues.
Okay.
These issues, very critical issues.
Actually.
You understand? Because in developing the mineral sector, the solid mineral sector, you have to deploy some equipment, get some experts. But the question now is, how do you develop a site that has already been covered by some unknown individuals? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is quite a dicey situation, if you ask me. But anyway, that takes my mind to the actual occupants of some of the communities where, mining activities are carried out. Like you said, which is disheartening, some of them are unaware that people come into their communities to actually, get to mine. What is the plan for Cross River State's plan to ensure that these communities, the individuals in the community, benefit directly from these activities, mining activities in Cross River State? Because, like, if you look at it, we always have experts coming, mine and go away. We and the locals are just, hanging around. They show you they take you through the bushes or to the mining site and all of that, and that's all. What are plans in place to ensure that these members of these communities directly enjoy the benefits of these activities?
Well, there's what they call CDA.
Okay.
Community Development Agreement.
Okay.
Now, it is done by the federal government. There is a department that does that.
Okay.
I have discussed with the man in charge. I said, see, the federal government, yes, have the right to draw the CDA. Yes, agreed. But the state must be a part of it. Reasons being that, you want to build a primary health care, for example, you actually included it in your CDA that when you start making profits, this is what you will do. And you want to build a primary health care. In the executive order that was signed by His Excellency, we are saying that, when you draw the plan, that plan has to be registered in the Ministry of Lands.
Okay.
Yes. The plan of what you want to do has to be registered in the Ministry of Lands. The reason is to monitor the project you want to do. If you're building a primary healthcare, it has to stand the test of time. I can tell you that there are some community development agreements some communities went into. If you go there, this company came and built a bridge. I can bet you go there, you won't find the bridge.
A bridge, yeah. So it was all in paper. And
yes. No, most times they give out these jobs to substandard contractors.
Okay.
Yes, and I've taken out time to explain to some of the community leaders that, see, it is not out of place. We are not coming, the state is not coming to share whatever thing, but we are coming to monitor
and ensure
for standard's sake that someone that says he wants to build a bridge, that bridge must stand the test of time. A man who says he wants to build, a company who says he wants to build a 6-classroom block, the government, the state government must monitor that project to make sure that our great-grandchildren that will eventually come will say, oh, there was XYZ company here.
Okay.
That was actually mining barite. Oh, they built this class. But we still have schools that were built by government. You know, we all went through the same schools and all that. So we need to actually know. We have them. Some of them will say, okay, we want to build a town hall. We need to, the state government has to monitor the project. So we've told them, you have to draft the state in going to do your CDAs. We don't, not for any financial sake, for anything, but let us know what you want to do. And that's why we've also told them that for anybody who comes to get consent from you, you must get a surveyor. Survey the size of land. Register it.
Okay.
So that when they go to the cadastral office and cover beyond the surveyed plan, you know what to do.
Okay.
Not a situation whereby someone will come and tell you this is the size of land, a 12 by 12 size of land, for example, or a 100 by 100 size of land, for example, and goes to Abuja and cover 100 plots of land without your knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, why this documents are, because it's you're working with the federal government.
Yes.
And some of these individual miners go straight to the federal government to get their documentations and then come to present whatever they want to or what they've gotten to you. Are there no maybe offices, or does your ministry have a way of ensuring that, okay, we hear from the federal government, we know exactly what you came for? Is there any kind of arrangement of that sort?
Yes, we have a seamless relationship with the federal mines officer here in Cross River State.
Okay.
Even his predecessor, we had a seamless relationship with him. The one we have now, we have a seamless, he visits my office and I go to his office. Most times you find miners who come to my office directly. Okay. And when they come, they say, oh, we came to do documentation with you. The next question I will ask them is that, have you been to the federal mines office at the federal secretary? I said, no. I'll say, okay, go there.
Okay, so that's the first part of all.
Yes, go there, because they will authenticate that license. You go there, from there you can now come. So our working with the federal mines here in Cross River State is seamless. Okay. And that has always been my position. We can work seamlessly without an operator, an investor knowing the difference between the federal and the state, and we've been doing that. Okay.
And now we know of forgeries. It's possible that individuals could actually forge a document from the federal government to gain access into, our mining sites. Is there any kind of way your office can authenticate a document?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a code. There is a number on the license.
Okay. So that cannot be forged.
No. It cannot be forged. Once you key into the system, it gives you the company name. Okay. It's as easy as that.
Okay. So, Cross River State is, well, in your own words, I'd like to hear how we're doing in terms of this mineral mining, and where do we stand? How is Cross River State playing in terms of, giving back to Nigeria's mineral reserves? What role do you see us play as a state, in Nigeria's solid mineral sector? Okay.
I think a week or two ago, we had a meeting with His Excellency, and he's actually very serious about developing the sector and creating an enabling environment for investors to come in. And for us, we have to let the world know the things that we have. Yeah. We must let them know the things that we have. Let me give you an instance. I went for a summit in Abuja, and I sat with the Commissioner for Solid Mineral of Kano State. Okay. Kano State. And that of Nasarawa. We were talking, and when I told them that we had lithium, they said, no, that's not true. They've never heard that we had lithium. And I said, no, we do. Because I've actually encouraged some cross-riverians to go into it. And I know of one who went into it and did core drilling, because core drilling will actually tell you that you have it there. And it was taken to the lab, tested and proven of being lithium, and the species of lithium is kunzite, you know, and all that. And when I said that's serious, that they have investors who are interested in this sector. Now it's about we letting the world know that we have these things, you know, tell them we have these things. So I have been doing that, letting them know that we have this. If you come to my office, I have a sampling table of 90% of the minerals we have, the solid minerals we have in the States. I have a sample table. I can tell you that we have galena in Obubra in commercial quantity. Galena is lead zinc. We have it in Obubra in commercial quantity. In commercial quantity. I can also tell you that we have barite in commercial quantity, and different types of barite. We have barite in Yala, we have barite in Obubra. So I can tell you it's something that is known, that has been proven. You know.
So do we have gold? Because you've mentioned a lot of other minerals. Do we have gold in Cross River State in commercial quantity?
Yes, we have gold. And we are still in the process of discovering the premium deposits. You understand? We're still in the process of discovering the premium deposit. We've acquired some equipment, and we have good hands in the ministry, good technical officers, good geologists in the ministry who are indeed ready. And as I speak with you, we have some in the field already. Yes, we have gold. People are mining gold in Oban, in Yaka, in Utanga, in Obanliku, in Boki, you know, the alluvial gold. So, in less than no time, we, of course, by the grace of God, will certainly find the premium deposit of it. Yes.
All right. So let's look at illegal mining activities in Cross River State. I think that has been a major challenge to the mining sector. Now, what is the current situation? What are the modalities put in place to assuage or mitigate illegal mining activities in Cross River State?
Well, the government of the state actually came up with the Anti-Illegal Mining Committee. And they've recorded some huge success. But you know, illegal mining is not done on the tarred road. It is done in the thick forests. And I want to give it to our men, to the civil defense, the DSS, the state security advisor, and even the police. The Anti-Illegal Mining Committee is headed by Prince Paul Effiom. Sincerely speaking, it's quite a very difficult situation that even the federal government is actually shouting and crying Anti-Illegal Mining Committee. I mean illegal mining activities and all that. But we've tried to reduce their operations to some certain level. It's not a one-day thing. The committee is actually doing its best or thereabout. The security agencies are also trying their best to make sure we put a stop. For me, I used to say you can't actually eradicate illegal activities completely in the mining sector, because most times these people, they come out at night.
So does it mean that you can't have your men out there at night?
No, they come out and these things are happening in the thick forests.
Well,
yes, the committee several times they've apprehended a lot of them, and most times you find out that they are minors,
like they're young people.
Young people. What do you do with them? You know, and we are actually re-strategizing. To make sure that we step up our efforts. But so far, the committee has actually done well, and we won't be threatened or be intimidated by the influx of these illegal miners. Like His Excellency had ordered the State Security Advisor that we must reduce. Sincerely speaking, for me, there is no investor who will come in and invest side by side with an unauthorized miner. You understand?
Yeah.
So whatever thing the state will do we will try our best to make sure that we eradicate unauthorized mining activities going on in our states.
It's at first, when you said these things happen in the thick of the forest and at night, it's surprising because for me, who is not a miner, I'm not a member of that, but getting to know that this is how dangerous it is. Recently, we had a problem that led to about 4 people being injured in Obobra, and I'm surprised that this has to happen.
What was the problem?
Well, the word out there is they were trying to accost an illegal miner or something of that nature. The story has it that there's somebody who is having some illegal mining activities going on in that area, and then the community members of that community try to accost him or stop him, and then maybe the military steps in and there's a back-to-back and everything goes haywire.
We've heard different versions of that story.
Exactly the point.
And there is a mechanism in place that will confirm the true position of what happened.
Okay.
The state security advisor is on it.
Okay.
And we spoke this morning. I think after this session, I'll meet with him. So let's not say what we don't know.
For now.
For me, I've read different versions.
Of course.
I've read different versions. The other one I heard it was a communal thing.
Yeah.
The other version said it was a particular miner had gotten some items and the community accosted him wanting to get that. So it's just a different. So we will hear from the state security advisor who have actually detailed his men to go do 1 or 2 findings. That I know.
Okay.
The man is a thorough man.
Okay.
So let's not base whatever thing that you read
on just mere assumptions. Okay, it's fine. Well, it's just a hope that such things will be handled properly. Now that takes me to the safety of members of community. First, in terms of the danger with some of the minerals that are mined in some of these communities. I know that there's some minerals that may be unsafe for people, to live around it. Speak to us on how we can actually handle, what do you do in terms of the safety of the members of these communities where such activities are happening, even though some mines are in the forest. I know there's some that are still around where people, live. So how do you handle such situations where there could be a dangerous emission that could harm humans? Okay,
like some communities that actually believe in the streams they have for survival.
Yeah.
They drink from the stream.
Exactly.
And you have some blasting going on there. Of course, that stream will actually be
polluted.
Yes. Yeah. And that is when the CDA comes up again.
Okay.
There's something they call EIA. It's also a process. So in the course of drawing up your EIA, you will tell them, see, this operation will do this, will do that.
Okay.
And you will also provide solutions that, in this community where they drink from a stream, you will do boreholes, mechanized borehole that will provide them potable water. You understand?
Okay.
So you now understand why we need to be part of the CDAs.
Yes.
Because it's our state, it's our community. If it doesn't affect you directly, it will affect you indirectly. You understand?
Yeah.
You find some people who believe that getting money is the solution. And that's why we discourage in totality communities or individuals who want to monetize the CDAs. No. We said no, and thank God to the federal government, who is also against it, vehemently against it, that our community development agreements should not be monetized because we know the hazard associated with mining. Sincerely speaking, mining has a negative effect when it comes to health and other things.
Exactly.
That's the truth about it. We can rule that out. Okay. But what are the alternatives you have for the community? You understand?
Exactly.
So most of these things are being drawn up when they're doing their CDAs.
Okay.
And all that. So
let me just this one is out of curiosity. Okay. Let's say I have a house, okay, or a compound where we have about 30 families living, or a community that has over 30 people living, 30 families living there. And then we find that there's a particular mineral in that community. Will you evacuate the people from that community to harvest that or mine that mineral? Or would you just let that one go?
Even the community will want to mine.
You think?
Because yes, I think so. For example,
because I believe there are some communities that are actually sitting on
for example, now if you discover that you have oil in your compound,
think how
will you want to let the federal government know that you have oil there, or will you want to
just keep living and just let it go?
And let it go? The choice is yours.
Well, you advise me.
The choice is yours. It all depends on the mineral you have.
Okay.
You know, like some few months ago, someone came that he wants to mine uranium.
Okay.
We have uranium in Yake, Idomi, precisely, and all that. And I was very sincere with, most of them, when you try to tell them the truth, they see you as not being conscious of the happenings. I was like, uranium is a controlled mineral.
Okay.
Yes.
How so?
Yes, uranium is a controlled mineral. That I even told him the federal government can't grant you license to even mine uranium.
Why is that?
And the man was like, I can get license to mine uranium. I said, uranium, you do nuclear weapons and all that from uranium.
Okay.
And he was very sure of getting a license to mine uranium. And I now told the person, I said, see, sir, I don't think the federal government will grant you the license to mine uranium.
Okay.
Knowing fully well that it is a controlled mineral. There are some minerals that are controlled. You understand?
Yeah.
Because of the dangers associated with it.
Them, yeah.
So we try as much as possible to make sure that we work also in line with the federal government.
Okay.
That's the truth about it. We've had some investors who came here and they said they wanted to mine uranium. That was late 2023 into 2024, that they want to mine uranium. And for me, it was strange. And I was wondering, how would they get the license?
Because the federal government would not even grant you.
They won't even grant you license to mine uranium. I've not seen one yet. I've had a whole lot of investors who have been coming with licenses. I've not seen one yet.
Okay.
I've not seen one. So there are some minerals that are actually controlled.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
They know fully well that allowing this person to mine this particular mineral, it will be dangerous to the health of that community.
Yeah.
That community. And you know most times the state suffers this loss.
The community directly bears the brunt of whatever.
Because at the end of the day, it is the governor that they will call, and all that. So we try as much as possible to also see that these things don't happen.
Okay. So now, are there specific policies or incentives that your ministry, can introduces to encourage local processing and value addition of solid minerals in Cross River State?
Incentives like?
I don't know. You tell me.
Like?
There must be something you give. Maybe.
Give to who?
Investors or the people in the community.
For me, when you say incentives you give to investors or the people at the company, for me, I don't know. An investor who comes to do business, if you want to partner with the state to do business, the state will actually, for me, most times we give you land as equity, and we make sure that the most important thing that you need is security.
Which your ministry has put policies in place for those to be
Yes, the government has actually put policies in place to make sure that you can attest to the fact that for security, His Excellency has done exceedingly well. You understand?
Yeah.
Where people can now sleep with their eyes closed, where investors can come in and feel very free to even walk around. Let me tell you, someone came that he wanted to do limestone.
Okay.
and that he actually wanted to do same thing in Benue. But that the security situation in Benue, that each time he goes to Benue, he has to go with 2 trucks of military and all that. So when he came here, I said, we have limestone. Okay. I called my technical team and the consultants. Please take him to where we have limestone. A very simple man drove his car, stopped at a particular point and climbed Okada. Oh. No, so when he came back, his experience was wow. He was like, Commissioner, this is unbelievable. That I can climb on Okada.
In the open air.
Yes.
And get to the side.
To the thick forest where you have this limestone there. Came out and was even celebrating and drinking with the community without fear, without being threatened, without anything. I say that is what His Excellency the Governor has actually done. We need to also make sure that our investors are safe. And that is why we keep begging them. If you're doing business in the state, let us know that you're doing business in the states.
Okay.
Don't come through the back door. There is no harm in making yourself available for us to, irrespective, whether in agric, whether in the solid mineral sector, in any of the sectors, let the government know that you are doing business in the states.
Okay. Well, let's see. You have touched on a whole lot of things, spanning from what we have, challenges to them, and I want you to point out key investment opportunities in the mineral sector of Cross River State.
One, you had mentioned one lab.
Yeah.
To build a testing lab,
Yeah.
And we also call on investors to come and develop the sector. I've mentioned that we have lithium untapped and in commercial quantity.
Yeah.
We have barite in commercial quantity. We have limestone in commercial quantity. We have iron ore in commercial quantity. We have pyrite, chalcopyrite in commercial quantity. We have, name them, manganese in commercial quantity. We have all this. So the state is actually ready to partner with any serious investor.
Okay.
We are ready.
Okay, so somebody has interest in actually coming into Cross River State to partner with the state and make investments in this sector, the mineral sector. Are there any laid down procedures that the person must follow? Who is the direct office, or where does he or she go to get things started?
Depending on what you want to partner with the state in.
Okay.
But of course, for any partnership to take place, you have the PPP, and all that. Just come and we'll guide you, put you through.
Okay.
But be rest assured that your investments will be safe. Yes.
And yield the needed dividend.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, can you touch on any particular challenge to the ministry that maybe you have had to work hard to assuage or are still working hard to? I remember you earlier stated that the problem we have is continuity. A government or, can set up something now and then afterwards there's no follow-up, there's no protection of that. That is a challenge. Can you mention any other thing that is a potential challenge or an actual challenge at the moment that you've had to grapple with?
Yes, of course. Like I told you, if you watch the governor's activities very well, you see that he's actually
following up
what his predecessor did.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Making sure that, for example, now our Tinapa has been revived.
Yeah.
You have to go to Obudukati Ranch now, see what is happening there. The cargo airport, he never abandoned it. He continued from where his predecessor stopped.
Okay.
And other things. That's continuity, right?
Yeah.
Now, but one of the challenges we also have in the mineral sector is the way the cadastral office gives license.
Okay.
Like I earlier told you, an investor comes to a community. For example, let me use my community, Bikwa Town, where I come from. Gets consent from Bikwa and covers up to Ikoranza, Ikpai, Kasuku, and all that. Now, comes that he wants to do business, starts mining. You understand?
Yeah.
From Bikwa, and before you know it, he jumps
all the way
to Ikoransa. And Ikoransa now says, no, we don't know you. We don't know you. And he now comes up, brings up a consent that was signed by another village. That's one of the major challenges we have. All those things that most of these communal clashes you hear.
Okay.
Most of these small pockets of disagreements you hear from some communities are born out of the fact that a miner who got consent from a particular community is mining into another community.
Okay. That means there's a possibility that this miner is not from this part of the country, so doesn't know that, okay, this is where this community stops. Is that a possibility?
No.
So
most
it's
of
intentional.
These things are being done by the cadastral office.
Oh, okay.
And that's why in our executive order, in the executive order that was signed by the governor, we were very clear and explicit. You understand?
Okay.
That as you get your consent, we have to know that you've gotten this consent. We have to know the size of where you're being given to by the community. And we advise community chiefs, survey where you're giving to this investor. Have it surveyed
properly.
There is no harm in having it surveyed.
Okay.
So that when he comes back from Abuja with that his license or whatever thing, it's as simple as that. You now get the survey place, say, no, we didn't give you up to this part. This part. So you've exceeded where we gave to you. Okay. Yes. Because that's one of the major challenges that we have in the sector. Okay. We keep having issues. I'm a member of the Miremco. Miremco is a nexus between the states and the federal government. Okay. You understand? Mineral Resources and Environmental Committee. Okay. We resolve issues and all that. We've seen a whole lot of these issues coming up. Okay. You hear this man say, oh, you covered my own family land. My own family land. Yeah. We did not give you consent. Do you understand? Yeah. And the question now is, what on earth do you need 200 cadastral units for in an exploration license? Okay. So is there a limit to exploration? Of course. What's the limit? Of course. You know, like your license most times carries 3 years, 4 years. Okay. You understand? Okay. But the issue we now have is that you find some of these people with exploration license, even mining. They're not supposed to mine with an exploration license. So after exploration is just for you to get there. You want to know what is there. Okay. You do your sampling, and most of the times they deploy equipment for this exploration. Some of them will get some technology to find out what they want. Some deploy excavators. Okay. You understand? So the question now is, so if you say you're looking for tourmaline and you go with your excavator and you start mining, you start exploring and you get the tourmaline, will you stop? Okay. You will continue. Okay. So what are the checks? Most times if I get such informations, I call on the federal mines. And sincerely speaking, that was why I say we have seamless relationship. Once you call on them, they act immediately. Okay. The federal mines officer will swing into actions. What they need is information. Yeah. And I have been agitating that there must be this seamless relationship. No matter the federal, the state, we must have this seamless relationship for optimal performance as an institution. Okay. Well, is Cross River actually open to diaspora investments in the sector? Yes. Okay. Yes. We've made a presentation before. Was it December? Yes. Think about November, December. We made a presentation at the ministry through the Diaspora Commission, inviting diasporans that Cross River State is safe for business. Okay. It's open for business. Just come to the ministry. We will guide you. Okay. What are the ease of doing this mining business in Cross River State? Because it's not a difficult thing. Mm-hmm. First of all, you know what you want. Okay. So first off is for you to know, okay, I'm coming here for barite. Yes. I'm coming to mine for barite. What you want to mine. Okay. You understand? I want to mine barite. You say, okay. ministry, I want to mine barite.
You put them through on modalities?
Through on how to go about it.
Okay.
I told them, I said, my job is to help you. You understand? My job is to help you so that you won't even flout the state law. You know, there was a time we were having this issue of the state has no business in the mining sector. The state has no business in the mining sector. When I resumed, I was, an investor will tell you the mining is in the exclusive list. You don't have any business. And I asked the question, are you mining in the air? You're mining on our land.
Okay.
And the Land Use Act gives power to the states.
Okay.
The Land Use Act says the land belongs to the states.
Exactly.
So of course, we're also suffering some effect of this. So when you say the states don't have a hand in mining, that's not true. That's not true. You should actually call for collaboration.
Okay.
You understand? Because we need each other, right? In the environment itself, the hazard associated with that activity. So the state also have we also have roles to play in ensuring that the mining activities is done with within the regulations of the federal government and that of the states.
Okay.
So we are open for business. Okay.
So say there's a cross-riverian or a diasporan, someone who wants to come home and invest in the mining sector. What would you advise such a person? What would be your advice to anybody listening and saying, okay, so the state is open for investments in this area. What's your advice to such a person?
No, if you want to mine, just let us know.
Okay.
That you want to mine, and we'll guide you through.
Okay.
So that you won't fall a victim. You understand?
Yeah.
We'll just guide you through so that you follow the laid down rules in your whatever thing you want to come and do.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll join you in being a miner, right?
You're welcome.
Is it a job for a lady or is it purely a
We
male
have
job?
ladies who are in the sector.
Okay, so that means it's open for me too.
We have ladies. We have them. We actually have a woman who is actually mining barite now.
Wow.
Who has a site for lead zinc. A woman. Yes. Okay. A woman.
Okay. I like the fact that we are, women are stepping into so many sectors that were almost male predominant.
Please.
Thank you.
I encourage a lot of them to also join the sector.
That's a good
It's not a man thing alone.
Okay.
Yes, it's open for. And let me also tell you something about mining. It's quite interesting, though.
Is it?
Well, yes, it is.
Okay.
Once you actually get what you want, that you're looking out for this and you get it.
Exciting.
Man, it's a long-lasting investment, though.
Okay.
Because these things are natural.
Yeah.
They are not man-made.
So they keep occurring. They're there.
Yes, they keep occurring. Most times you find people leaving the site, not because they are not there, it's because
they've had enough.
Not they've had enough. The pit becomes too deep. And that's when you find these landslides and all those pits caving in and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I can imagine how long they've been quarrying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how long they've been quarrying, and they are still quarrying.
This mineral, somebody said it grows. Does it grow?
Of course, that's the nature of God now.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody can fathom. The geologists will tell you this, but for me, it is a God-given wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And God has been very gracious unto us as a state. They have been very gracious unto us as a state.
Yeah. And I like the fact that we are seeing to, invest heavily in these areas to, create wealth for Cross River State.
Yes.
Okay. Now, at this point, I want to really thank you for your time, honestly. You have schooled me. Imagine you have won my heart into mining. Did you know that?
Please come, I'll get the site for you.
I'm excited to know. All right, we've been looking to unlock, key potentials for investments in the mining sector. And I want to thank my guest at this time. You've been amazing. My guest today has been Ntufam Effiom-Ekaha. He is the Honorable Commissioner, Mineral Resources in Cross River State. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, my name is Esther Kokobasi, and I want to thank you for also spending time to listen to me at this time. I'll see you again some other time soon. Bye for now.